Hi everybody, so today we are going to be learning a new topic in math that we actually haven't covered at all yet this year, and that is multiplying one digit by two digits. I think some of you have seen me do this before, but we have never officially learned it. So I'm going to teach you today, and it's going to help you a little bit to understand some of the math that you'll be doing tomorrow. So let's do our first example here. If we want to multiply 32 times 3, we have already learned one way to do that. And remember, we talked about how you can break up the numbers so that you can give yourself an easier math problem. So one way to break up 32 in a really easy way is to take 30 and 2, because 30 plus 2 equals 32. And we already learned what the next step should be. We would have to do 30 times 3, which is this number here, and then 2 times 3. Okay, and we already know how to do 30 times 3. 30 times 3 is 6. Nope, that's not right. 90. And 2 times 3 is 6. Okay, we know that this is 90 because we learned that if you take away the 0, 3 times 3 is 9, and you add the 0 back on and you get 90. Okay, so now our answer should be 90 plus 6. 96. Okay, so we already know how to do it one way. What I'm going to teach you is the same thing we've been doing, but it's just a little faster. It uses the same exact concepts, but it just makes it so that you can do it in a quick way instead of having to break up the numbers. This only works for two-digit multiplication, by the way. So if we wanted to do 32 times 3, we can stack them up like this. And we want the big numbers to be stacked above the small numbers, okay? And the first thing we're going to do, just like we did here, is we're going to do 2 times 3. And we're going to put our answer in the ones place right here. So 2 times 3 is 6. Now the next thing, oh sorry, it's kind of a hard 6 to see, is we're going to take the ones place and multiply it by the tens place. So we're going to multiply like this. 3 times 3. Are we actually doing 3 times 3? No, because we know that this number right here is in the tens place. So we're actually doing 30 times 3. Okay, so 3 times 3 is 9. 30 times 3 is 90. We're going to put our 9 here. And since we put it in the tens place, this means 90 instead of just 9. Okay, so our answer is 96, just like the answer we got before. So this is just a faster way of doing what we did here. You can do whichever method you think works best. Okay, so let's practice doing another problem. I'm going to take my eraser here, my low budget eraser. Okay, we are going to multiply 96 times 1. Now this is easy, we already know the answer, but we're just doing this to practice. Okay, so one way to do this is we could know that 96 is the same as 90 and 6. Okay, so one way to solve this problem is we could do 90 times 1 and 6 times 1. Okay, we know the answer would be 90 and 6. So our answer should be 90 plus 6. It equals 96. Okay, I'm going to show you the second way to do it. We multiply the 6 times the 1 first, and we get 6. And then we're going to go across and multiply the 9 times the 1. And that's 9. We got 96. Okay, that was easy. Let's try another one. And this time I'm only going to show you the stacking up version, not the breaking apart. Okay, let's say we want to do 94 times 2. Okay, we're going to start by doing 2 times 4. That's 8. Then we're going to do 2 times 9. 2 times 9 is going to be 18. Now we didn't have space to put 18 in just one spot, so I had to go into the hundreds place and put 188. Okay, so if you have extra, just put it to the left. So our answer is 188. Okay, now let's talk about something that you're probably going to run into pretty quick when you start doing some of practice problems. Let's say we wanted to do 53 times 9. Okay, first let's practice breaking this apart the way I showed you before, just so you can understand what we're doing here. Okay, so I've broken apart 53 times 9, just so you can see it the way that we were practicing this before. We've got 53 can be broken apart into 50 and 3, and then we take these numbers and we multiply them by 9. So we've got 50 times 9 equals 450, and 3 times 9 equals 27. Now, if I wanted to know what the answer was, what would I have to do next? Add those two numbers up. So I'd have to add 450 plus 27 to get my answer. But let's take a pausing point here and go back to this way, and then we'll check our work with the other way. Okay, so the first thing we're going to have to do here is 3 times 9. Okay, our answer is already here, 27. Now we've got a problem. 27 doesn't fit in the ones place. So just like when we're adding, we need to carry the 2 to the tens place. Okay, because 2 actually stands for 20. Now we're going to do the next step, which is 5 times 9, going across like this. And 5 times 9 is 450. Well, 50 times 9 is 450. 5 times 9 is 45. But we've got this 2 up here. So what do we do with the 2? We don't want to multiply it, but we actually want to add it. So 5 times 9 is 45, plus 2 is 47. Now, can we fit the 47 down here? No, but now we can put the 4 in the hundreds place and it won't be in the way of anything. So our answer should be 477. Okay, all we have to remember is to add the number that we carry. Okay, so let's check our work with the numbers we have over here. 450 plus 27. We've got 7 plus 0 is 7. 2 plus 5 is 7. Bring down the 4. We got 477. So because I checked my work, I know that I'm right. Okay, let's practice with another one. Erase here. Okay. Let's say I want to do 27 times 8. Now, just like before, we know that 7 times 8 is 56, but 56 is not going to fit in the ones place. So we can put the 6 in the ones place. We have to carry the 50. Okay? Now, the next thing is we have to do 8 times 2. 8 times 2 is 16, but we still have to remember this 5 up here. Do we do 16 times 5, or do we do 16 plus 5? Plus. Don't forget to add. Okay, so 8 times 2 is 16, plus 5 is 21. Now we can't fit 21 just in the tens place, but we can put the 2 in the hundreds place, the 1 in the tens place, and we should have 216 as our answer. Okay, if you really want to challenge yourself, you could try to do a 3-digit number. So let's see, we can do, 112 times 2. Okay, just like before, we have to start like this with the 2's, then go across and across to the left. Okay, so we're going to start with 2 times 2. 2 times 2 is 4. Now we're going to do 2 times 1. 2 times 1 is 2. And then finally, we're going to do 2 times 1 again, and 2. 224 is our answer. Okay, so practice this with the 2 worksheets that I sent you, and good luck. Let me know if you have any questions.